Good morning. I'm here looking like some sort of mountain man going for like a hike in the mountain when I'm actually sitting in the living room in my house in a very cold morning and getting ready to go to work. So don't have the time to try to make myself looking nice for videos as many does because it's not about try to look good, but it's certainly about to send good messages using this costume that I call my body as a tool. What's new this time? What's new this time? What's new is the just a confirmation of an illusion that we call life. Even even if it feel so real, it feel so concrete, and it feels so painfully annoying. If I have to be honest. So I was at work, just helping this coffee shop, rebuilding the team, and they have a couple of cafes. And the first week I've been helping in one of them, and last week I was in the other one that is in central London. So the first 2 days all was normal, just making coffee, making jokes, trying to make people feeling happier, smile, trying to give a few seconds of lightness in what for most of people feel like a very heavy and dark society. Doesn't mean that everybody will smile or enjoy my attempt to make it better. I'm sure like some will find it annoying, but the purpose is there, trying to bring a smile in the lives of people that go through their life most of the time with a very heavy feeling and sadness and stress. So I was making coffee. I was on the coffee machine with a colleague, and she was pouring the milk, and I was pulling shots. And then looking at the receipts of the coffees to make, I have this feeling that many of us has, and is what we call déjà vu. Most of people doesn't really know what déjà vu is and why that happens. I mean, we all have it, but really few is tried or is trying to figure out what it's really about. So obviously, it's something more. It's something more than what society has been teaching us for long time, like just the usual chemical reaction in the body, or like the idea or the thing that what they say is like when you see something similar to something you experienced before, even if in a different location or with different people, different place. But the fact that that setup looks similar gives you that deja vu feeling, or they tell you that there's some chemical going on. They give you that feeling. When even the people that are telling you the story, they actually have no idea what really happens. And not that I have like a clear answer to what a deja vu is, but I had in the in those years moments of deja vu that was actually a memory of something that I did really have in the past, and it's connected to the famous dreams that again the so-called experts call like a chemical in the brain that gives you image that looks real, but then you wake up and it's just a dream, so nothing to worry about. Like you have a there is a movie going on inside your head when at night when you go to sleep. While you're sleeping, it feels so real at time that you cannot distinguish the moment you wake up from what was the dream or the real. But it's just like chemical things in the brain. You don't have to be worried about. It's okay. Just keep going, working, and die. So anyway, I'm making shots. I look at the receipts, and then I have my colleague next to me. I see the wall, I see the table, and then a really strong deja vu hit me. The strong feeling of like I've been here. And then a second later, yes, I've been there. I've been there in the so-called dream months ago. And I remember that dream very clearly. I remember like I woke up in the morning months ago after I had this dream making coffee in this coffee shop that I didn't know, you know, which kind of coffee shop was, because it was a coffee shop I never worked before until months later. That was a few days ago. So the dream wasn't just a dream, was like the premonition of something that would happen. And that strong feeling that of deja vu was simply repeating something that really happened. That really happened. Now, it's not the first time, and it's not the first time I have dreams when I go to sleep. That basically are premonitions, like foretelling something that actually is going to happen. Why it's happening in this way, seemingly randomly, I don't know. I wish I could have control over it, but obviously it's enough already for me to, like just being fully conscious that all of this is just a game, just an illusion, and there is more, and there is more. That's why I'm here making those videos talking about it. Why that happens? That has so many explanation. As I said many times, for me, most of the time, if I cannot find an explanation, or if it doesn't connect certain dots, it's more like a sign that I'm on the right path. So that's the case for this one, for this event. It was a sign that I'm matching the right energies. So, without I go all into more details or deep conversation, but I think it's already enough, you know, to share something like that, and without like I have to go even further with the story. I mean, to hear from someone that they dreamed something at night, and then months later they just happen to find themselves exactly in that place. It should be already enough to make you drop everything and then chase the spiritual quest like the spiritual journey, try to figure it out why we exist, and why everything seems like a madness. But it's not the case. It's not like it doesn't work like this, because I saw so many people telling me about their mystical experiences, but they still went back to their so-called normal life. I mean, I can say the same myself. I mean, years ago, I had this really powerful event happening at night, in this hostel in Paddington, and it was huge. It was huge. I recently finished. I've almost finished to write an article about it, and but even that, there was such a powerful happening. Even that, because I wasn't like really fully ready yet. I slowly, slided back to the so-called normality, right? Go to work, worrying about, the job, the money, the colleagues, thinking about find a partner, all the material. Even, I had something huge happening. Even that, I went back for a while to the material world. And this is for many, and that's for many. But they all drop in the ocean, all drop of water in the ocean that eventually will create a big wave, like happened for me, that will shake you within, and then you can no longer go back to, as they say nowadays, it's trendy to say, you cannot go back in the 3D world. You are basically pushed to elevate to the 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, and who knows what more. So it's nice. I love that when that happened, and I hope that it will happen again, and I hope I can control those things, as I hope that I can learn to other technique to elevate spiritually. Um, I hope. I hope. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it feel hard. Sometimes it feel easier. So it's a constantly, fighting between the two worlds. That's the best way to. That's the best way to say it. It feels like a really, like at time. I feel like I'm some, higher position, or like I'm in some sort of like an another world, better than where I was. But then sometimes I feel like I'm back to the old world, and I feel like sometime in between the old and the new. Like nowadays, there is a lot of talking about the earth splitting, like spiritually. So where whoever is on the path of elevation, like spiritually, where like evolving spiritually, will basically like shift and move to a world, a planet that is on a higher frequency, and the authors that are not able to change spiritually, they will stay in the old world. They call it the 3D world, and then the new world that will be the 5D world. Everything is possible. I'm not denying that it's not possible. I'm going to say that it's possible, but the feeling it is that at time I feel to be in like in a different world, even being inside the same world. So I do feel like I do feel like I'm splitting or something it's happening to the energies. I really feel there is something changing. At that time, I feel I'm in a better place, like if I'm somewhere else, and then at that time I feel like I'm back. So only the time will tell us what's going on, as only the time will tell me what will happen next. All I can do is to keep striving to elevate spiritually. It's not easy, but I try my best. I'm going to prepare my food and I get ready to go to try to bring some smile in people's lives. Not easy either. Bye.